Hi, my name is Chiranta and I'm going to look at the Nikon P7000 digital compact camera. Okay, without any delay, here we go. This is a compact camera with DSLR features. You get manual controls as well as a hot shoe located on top, and basically this gives you the features and control of a big lens camera using the dials on top. There are 3 dials for features, then for modes, and then for one very useful one, that is EV compensation. Nikon has also given you 2 more dials, that is for one, this can be aperture priority and that can be shutter priority, or vice versa. Okay, so then you get all the features of a DSLR on this camera. The main idea of this camera is to basically give professionals who want manual controls and with a big flash the ability to carry a camera where it's really a big camera, carrying a big camera to a very dangerous occasion, or there are certain times when you want to have something small, something that you can quickly take away without the fear of having, okay, should I drop it, will I drop it, will it hit something, will it knock on something. This is very nice. It's built with semi-metal structure, so it's very solid, built to last. It promotes one-handed photography because of this grip here. It's got HDMI output. You don't get the cable with the camera, okay. It's got HDMI input output, and then you got small mic input located here. This is of course very unique. If you are actually, you can use this as a good camcorder, because most digital camera, I think this is the first one I have seen with mic input. This allows basically for you to cover a stage area or something like that. It's got a viewfinder. What useful I find in that is, because when I am taking some photograph, okay, I'm running low on battery, so I can switch off the main LCD screen and then I can use the viewfinder. It's a bit hard because I have seen the auto focusing is a bit messing around when you're using the viewfinder. Ultimately you get to have to use the normal system, and then you have to turn on screen, okay, why is it not focusing, and then okay, so that is a problem there for Nikon to resolve. And also I have seen that in aperture priority, manual, and shutter priority modes, the aperture value changes when you zoom in or zoom out. It's not supposed to change, okay, it's supposed to change when you zoom in but not when you zoom out, because 8.0 is the max, that is 2.8 to 8.0. at max aperture it should not change. If I put it to 8.0, it should stay on 8.0. When you zoom out from 8.0, this 8.0 aperture changes back to something like 5.0. so the camera is trying to suggest me what I want. So what is the point of manual if the camera is telling me my aperture value? Okay, that is another problem for Nikon. And then there's this problem of the weight. Now I have this Nissan DI 622 Mark II. It's not very heavy, but when you put it on the hot shoe and when you put the neck strap, this camera goes like this. This is a problem. So if the camera is turned on, the lens comes and rubs on your shirt, so that's not good. And then you have this function button. I have no idea why it is there, because I put it into ISO and then I can't change the ISO. Why is it there? I don't know. So it's got this camera's got almost everything. HDMI video, you can see here. It's got HDMI video. It's got a very small tiny on-off switch. Now what I just noticed is, if you knock the lens cover, you have to take out the battery and put it back in, otherwise camera won't turn on. I think it's a safety mechanism of some kind. Okay, then you get this basic dial that has allows you to quickly change ISO, white balance, bracketing, then intelligence something, and then you get this my settings, things like that. Then you have this very useful EV value, and then this button allows you to switch when you are in manual mode. The idea of these dials, if you can have it on shutter or aperture, you can have it on shutter or aperture. It allows you to change. This allows you to get a better view. You have get a better focus. If you are having sight problems and you need glasses, you can change this to allow you to see more clearly. So this basically allows I don't know, I have a sight problem, I can't see distance, but when I change this, this gives a better view. Okay, it acts as like a glass. Okay. There's a battery here in the battery compartment, built glass, very solid construction. Then you have the memory card. I have a 16 GB. Then that is a SD card. Okay, then this there's a battery, a big battery. Okay, don't mind, there's a big battery, got a very distinct lock. And then you have the tripod mount. The speaker is located here, the speaker of the camera is here. The mics, this records in stereo. Okay, so there's mic one here, then there's another mic here. This is the remote IR input port. Then this is the autofocus assistant light. Then there are certain other functionalities. Okay, I'm going to switch on this camera. Okay, here we go. This has a very nice LCD screen. I have seen some problems with it, like basically when you are having a black picture, you're getting some white. I get one white dot, and then there are some pixels that are said that's a quality issue of Nikon, I guess. Then you get a pop-up flash here. This is a very nice flash. Okay, it's got 12 to 15 feet range, and then I have put it on RAW. This is actually one of the first cameras that can shoot RAW, a compact camera that can shoot RAW. That is really neat. Okay, and then we have basically the zooming part. You can see the size of the lens that comes out. This is the tiny lens, and then at 7.1. That's okay. That's kind of nice. That's kind of big also. Okay, that's got a nice zoom. At full zoom, it's around 5.6. It's 5.6 at 7.1x. So if you are taking this for a zoomed photography, this is kind of nice. One thing about to know is this flash hot shoe is not compatible with all flashes. This has to have ITTL compatible flashes. It will not detect, it will not work with a normal flash. It has to have ITTL flash, which is why I have this DI622 Mark II Nissan digital. And then there's a problem. This flash is not 100% compatible with the camera, so I am shooting in manual mode. Okay, so I don't get 100% of this. Okay, so no point. There are flashes for this. This is very expensive, and it's kind of a new camera, so people still, third-party manufacturers are still racing against time to find the protocols and how the camera communicates and etc etc. Okay, so this is the Nikon P7000, a compact DSLR bridge camera, one of the only of its kind with a mic input port. And this is a really nice camera. If you are a photographer who is stepping into photography, if you don't want to buy a big $200,000 or huge $1 million cameras, this is a really nice thing. You don't have to worry about it much. It's really compact, it's durable. I would like for you all to have I suggest you all to have a LCD screen protector, because it's a really nice screen and you don't want to get it scratched. I really don't want to get it scratched. It gives you all the functionalities of a digital compact, and it gives you the functionality of DSLR, and it allows you most of the time take the shot you want. That aperture thing is annoying. When you zoom out, the aperture changes, and I sometimes take the photograph, really not the photograph I want. So I'm going to rate it 10 out of 10 for that. Okay, it came with this. This is a standard AV cable, and this standard USB cable, and the charger. Okay, now I don't know if it is really included, because when I bought this camera from eBay, D-Zone is the seller, so they just threw in, I think, with this converter thingy, so that it was not, the plug outlet was not compatible here in Sri Lanka. So I don't know, maybe they just threw in a free gadget that converts the thing, and it comes for this, I think, because it fits perfectly. Okay, this is the original battery charger, so I think it might have come with it. So the battery charges in less than, say, 1.5 hours, less than 1.5 hours, and it's I think 2 batteries would give you a lot of compatibility. I am yet to test this in real environment in video mode. I have taken over 500 shots with the external flash, that is the internal pop-up turned off. I have taken close to 450 to 500 shots, so that's a lot of shots of the battery. So if you get 2 batteries, you're well up on the deal. So that's a neat thing of the camera. If you are using the viewfinder, I guess you can go for like maybe 1000, because without this LCD screen drawing power, I think using the viewfinder you can go up to that with the external flash. So but I don't know about the quality of the photograph, because as I said, without the screen you get a small problem with this autofocus. It's sometimes not focused correctly. Actually, the good part is the camera tells that it's not correctly in focus, so it should have tried to adjust. Instead it just says, oh, oops, I'm not in focus, oops, I'm not in focus. So that is also there. All in all, it's a nice camera, very lot of features and durable design. You can use external lenses and things like that. Actually, this I saw on one review. This comes off and goes in correctly to the opposite of the Canon G11 series. So it's competitive market between Canon and Nikon brands. Okay, so it's a really good camera. You can carry it around. I don't think many professionals would argue the camera, but I don't think this is a good option for those people who just take family photographs and things like that. I think it would be best for people who want to do photography and know what these aperture and shutter settings mean and how they work to get you the photograph you want. Otherwise, you can use something like a S95, that is Canon brand, that is also similar, has lower the manual, but then you still don't get these dials. So this is quick photography taking camera, There are people say who this lags a bit and things like that. Yes, it lags a bit, but nothing that affects the photographs I have taken. So it's all in all a good camera. Thank you for watching. This is Chiranta with the Nikon P7000 DSLR and compact bridge camera. Thank you.